Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm a fourth year foundation phase student here in South Africa, and today I want to talk about the equipment that you need as a foundation phase student or a teaching student that will carry you all the way through into your teaching years. So I want to just make a quick disclaimer before I start. I'm well aware that all of these pieces of equipment can be quite expensive. But with that being said, I do want to encourage you to maybe invest in some of these. Probably not all of them, but there's definitely one or two that I would really invest in that are going to carry you through your 4 years of study and beyond. What you can do is, if you are living with a roommate who is studying the same thing, or if you have a really close friend that you want to invest in together, you can do that. So definitely do that, so that you can cut the cost just a little bit. But I can promise you, you will not regret getting these things. I have not regretted it for one single day during the time I've been studying, getting any of these things. So I definitely invest in it, but I am well aware that they are quite expensive and that it might not come like overnight, obviously, because they can be quite expensive. So the first thing is a laminating machine. So you can get a laminator, you can get it off of Takealot, you can get it, I'm pretty sure P&A sells them, and Walton's. Takealot has really good deals on laminating machines. When thinking of buying a laminator, first things first is please do yourself a favor and get yourself an A3 laminator. So that way I can do A5, well I can do even smaller than that, but I can go from A5 all the way up to A3. Trust me, in a foundation phase degree you're going to need A3, but when it does become not A4, A2 and A1, you'll obviously have to go to places to get it specially laminated. But it is really important because most of the things you're going to make is going to be A3 or A4. So definitely invest in those. And then obviously when it comes to buying a laminator, you need laminating sheets. Try not to get the cheapest quality ones. The higher quality ones are obviously going to be a little bit more on the expensive side, but Takealot has seriously amazing deals. You just need to constantly be looking. So get yourself A5, A4 and A3 laminating sheets. It doesn't all have to be at once. So definitely start off by getting A4 and A3 because you're going to need that, especially in your first year. But I don't think there's been a year that I haven't used a laminating machine. So definitely try and invest in a little bit of a better quality one. It doesn't have to be the most expensive, extravagant one that there is. Mine is definitely not. My laminating sheets are also not always top of the range, but they are medium and they serve their purpose. So definitely don't feel like you need to go buy the most expensive one, but I would recommend maybe not buying the cheapest one that there is, and definitely going for an A3 instead of just an A4 laminator, because you are going to then have to go to printing shops and laminating shops to print and laminate other things. Of course, I know printing at home is not always easy, and that also brings us to the next piece of equipment, is a printer. And now, like I said, these pieces of equipment don't come cheap. I know that printers are very expensive, especially when you want to start printing A3. I've been very blessed to be able to get one of those. Again, I'm saying that I understand it's very expensive. I would also like you to remember that there are printing and laminating facilities, or they should be, on campus. But when you are studying a foundation phase degree, it might be easier for you to just invest in one, and you do end up saving a lot of money, because obviously to print one page in color, an A4 page in color at our campus is like R5 a page. And let me just tell you, you are going to be printing a lot. So as I'm really well aware that these things are expensive, but it's, like I said, it's definitely an investment. But if you can't, please don't feel bad, because like you don't have to. There are other alternatives and ways and means to make your assignments and have them be top tier. These are just a few pieces of equipment that I would definitely recommend investing in. The next one is a binder, a binding machine, and then you might wonder why I would need a binder. I would definitely recommend getting a binder if you are going to print your CAPS documents. I love working with my printed CAPS documents. It makes it a lot easier, especially when working on the laptop and you need to look to the side to see where you are instead of going to a different file every time in your laptop. Another way in which you can bind your CAPS documents and other documents would definitely be in a lever arch file. So if you are not really sure what that is, it's those big black files that you like flip the thing up and down, and you can obviously punch holes and put it in the file, or you can put it in sleeves. And those are other pieces of equipment that you'll definitely need as a student teacher and definitely as a teacher. So invest in good quality ones, and then it will take you all the way through and even beyond. You can put your CAPS documents in there as well, but it's all up to your preference. But I definitely use the binder for a lot more than just binding my CAPS documents once off. Like I said, there are these facilities at shops. They should be on campus, but the amount of times I've used mine, it ended up honestly being cheaper just buying it than having it being done. But like I said, obviously you can put it even in just a flip file, anything that works for you. And those are my next few pieces of equipment that you'll definitely need is lever arch files. You'll need that for practical. You'll need it for teaching, definitely. Flip files, definitely need that. I organize all my tasks and stuff like that in flip files. And then also sheets to put it in the lever arch file. I'm not sure. I don't have anything on me right now to actually show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, you put them in the lever arch files and you put the sleeves. That's what they call, not sheets, sleeves in, and then you can put the paper in like that. Definitely invest in some of those as well. I wouldn't recommend going to P&A to get these because they are extremely expensive at P&A. Checkers and Pick n Pay are probably your best bet there. I'm not 100% sure if Pick does them. I feel like I've seen them before, but I could be totally wrong. Or even just your local Chinese shop or whatever you call it. Definitely have those. They have really good quality ones. They have sleeves for good price. So definitely try and get those. Invest in quite a few of those, or as many as you can per year as your budget allows. And then I promise you will use them. I use mine every single year, almost every single day that I study. The next thing is color paper and crafty things. Specifically for foundation phase, you're going to need glue, scissors, crayons, especially the turnout crayons. You're going to need the fat crayons as well. You are going to need a lot of color paper, all those types of things. So definitely invest in that. It can be a gradual, all of these things are a gradual investment. But definitely these are things that you're going to need, especially to complete a foundation phase degree. We do a lot of crafting, if you want to call it that, as part of assignments. We make a lot of our own equipment that we then are going to use in the classroom, which is great. I don't know if I said a scissors, but you're definitely going to need a scissors because you're going to do a lot of cutting and pasting and coloring in. But I promise you, it's all part of the fun, all part of the degree. It makes it fun. It's my favorite part of the degree, those type of assignments, especially during practical. It's a creative outlet, which I appreciate, but that could just be me. And then last but not least, you're most likely going to need a bit of paint. Now, obviously, you get the expensive paints that come in the tubs and whatever it is. You don't necessarily need to buy that. I know I don't use that. I use the powder paint because it is cheaper, it lasts way longer. And then just a pro tip to keep those nice and fresh once you have made it, and if you don't use it all, you can put a little bit of sunlight liquid in it. Firstly, it washes out a lot easier. And it lasts a lot longer. It keeps it smelling fresh. And then obviously just making sure that it is airtight, that it is sealed properly. So you are definitely going to want to need a lot of recycled materials such as yogurt tubs, toilet rolls, ice cream tubs, 2-liter bottles, caps from any bottles, anything that you can recycle, definitely keep it, because you'll be surprised at what it can come in handy. So I think that is actually the last thing that I wanted to say. If anything that you can recycle, definitely recycle it. So we've gone from very expensive equipment in the beginning to now obviously talking about a lot cheaper equipment, but nonetheless it is equipment that you need to invest in, and that you don't need it. Let me just say that you don't need it, but it will definitely make the degree a little bit easier. And I want you to make it easy on yourself, so that it's not a stress of, oh, I need to get this assignment finished, but now I need to work on shop their working trading hours. And just from my experience, having things printed and laminated at a shop besides A2 and above can get very, very expensive. So yeah, that's why I say it is just a little bit easier to invest in these products. But definitely, if you're going to invest in a product, and the number one, a laminator. That is the number one on my list, and I will stick by that. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Please share it with your student friends, and please don't feel obligated to get these things. It's just equipment that I have invested in and then used almost every other day, every single day. So I just wanted to share that. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.